What's up, everybody? It's your girl Shay,
And I'm Malika.
and we have Mr. Blackheart CEO in the building with us. What's up, my guy?
What's the word? How y'all doing today?
Pretty good. How
I'm
are
doing
you?
really good. It's a pleasure to have you. What's going on with this journey? What's this Mr. Blackheart? What does it stand for?
Dedication, determination, and discipline.
Absolutely. Those are three big D's, and why do you pick those?
Because with them 3 D's, if you take them through your whole life, any battle you get in, you will be able to make it through it. Any situation, anything God put in front of you with them 3 words, you will be able to make it.
I
Absolutely.
like it.
Say
And
that.
it's just more like them motivating words, and they push you to do whatever you trying to do. Them 3 words will really push you to do it. If you master all 3 of them words, you can't lose and nothing. It's only success. That's all you can get with them 3 words.
Absolutely. So, what does discipline mean for you?
Like from me growing up with a good family and being hard headed, discipline is a lot to me. Like that's like me repaying myself for the future.
So you had a hard head. So when you say you had a hard head, what was it so hard about your head that you felt like you had to just have so much discipline to now you're Mr. Blackheart?
Cause I grew up like broken with no parents, no father, no daddy being dead, and I ran to the streets looking for love. So discipline is a lot because I had a lot of brilliant people in my life telling me the potentials I had as a kid, but I didn't pay attention because I ain't had no discipline. I was
Absolutely.
rebellious. I ain't want to listen to nobody. Anybody that tried to tell me something good, it went out the one end out the other because I wasn't trying to listen. So that's why
Absolutely.
discipline really means a lot to me.
Yes, yes, yes. Especially coming from that, and I'm glad that you're being real and stating like you was coming up and you was leaning towards the streets, and a lot of people right now they lean onto these warmongers, and it's a lot of people that it's a lot of stagnants that will hold you back in your life if you're not able to overcome those. So being able to say, I'm gonna stop having a hard head and I'm just gonna have more discipline. You was able to put out a clothing brand. Let's talk a little bit more about this clothing brand.
Yeah, it started crazy for real. Like one day I was on house arrest, just sitting in the house, just smoking my wood, just smoking, and I just popped up out the blue. Like I got tired of like sitting on house arrest, seeing my homies and like we steady going to jail, ain't doing nothing. Yeah, we make money, yeah, we get good cars, but we gotta start all over every time we go to jail. So I'm like, man, if I want to escape out the street, I'm gonna start a clothing brand just because I like fashion. I'm like, fuck it, I should name my clothing brand Black Hearts because I really like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Like they inspire me. So I was like, name my clothing brand Black Hearts, and it went from there. Like I know how to draw, so I started making design. But I
That's
wasn't never telling nobody that I'm finna start a clothing brand. I just be in the car with the guys, all they steady hollering. Man, your head, stay in the phone. Your motherfucker gonna nail you and you gonna be in your phone. They don't even know what I got going on, though. I'm building a brilliant plan right now. I'm building it. So like 2 years go by, I had been sitting on it got so much space, I was taking up making designs. Apple told me start paying for space to save stuff in my phone. So I'm like, I'm gonna stick with it. I just kept all the designs. Then I went from that and was like, I want to learn the business side and see if I could really go forward with a business and not just be hustling. And I start getting information that I like. I'm like, man, I could do this all hands on. I could do everything. And it just went from there. I started and it's been up ever since.
so
That's
before
what's
you,
up.
what you was saying, Malika.
And I was just saying, like, that's what's up. For him to come from where he came from and him to push as hard as he pushing now to get somewhere in life, like that's what's up.
Yeah, by the way, I've been to the penitentiary 6 times. They don't stop nothing. Like going to
Okay.
jail. I always use the word can't. Like my homies will be telling me like, man, you smart, bro. You could do something else. Nah, I can't do that. I've been in the joint. I can't do this. I ain't got no license. I can't do this. And I just got tired of saying can't. Like that ain't no word. Like energy, if you tell yourself can't, you already shutting your body down. You getting yourself the mood swing that I ain't gonna be able to do whatever I'm trying to do. So the energy
Yep.
is another key. That's another key to whatever you're doing. You got to keep positive energy.
You got to revert that energy, and that's what you did. You didn't let your situations, you didn't let them war murders win you over. You kept fighting, and at the end of it, you was able to do something more productive. And so,
Yeah.
with the black hearts, everything is like a challenge. And I just want to know, what was it, or what strategy did you use when it came down to discipline to really strategize to come up with this brand that you have now?
It was more like passion. Like I had so much passion to it was like I wasn't doing it for the money. When I first started, I wasn't looking for money. I was just looking for a way to take my mind off everything else that was around me. So my grandma passed away. That was the only way, like, for me to not think about the pain of her. And I knew like she liked me to draw. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna go with this. Now I know I got a reason to do it, even when it get hard. I know I ain't gonna give up because I'm doing it for my grandma. So I wasn't looking for the money. And that's why they tell you when you start something and you ain't looking for the money, you will blow faster than going to look for the money. I actually looked up. I was making shirts, staying up all day, all night, making t-shirts, just up all day, all night, making t-shirts. And
So what
wasn't even thinking,
platforms are you using right now
huh?
to what platforms are you using to advertise your brand?
I use social media. Anything I touch and put up, I sell out. Like I just
Oh, that's
started. I just
nice.
had 2 pop-up shops. Like anything I do, like it's really blessings. Like that's what be making me go further. Like, but for the future, I'm really finna kill the game because I just been sitting back, skill and learning how to go on the professional route so I can last for the future. Because the plan is my biggest goal is to retire myself. Like that's my first goal before I spend any money on me or anything. My business got to be able to retire myself from my job.
Absolutely, you're
Then I think
here
about
for the road. That's right. That's right. So we're going to get into a little bit more about the Black Hearts brand, and I want to share with those who are tuning in. We have Mr. Black Hearts, the CEO, with us, and he has Black Hearts clothing brand, and these are some of the apparel that he is selling at this moment. So when you say you started off with t-shirts, was all of the t-shirts like black shirts? Was it
now I start
specific
see my
colors?
method. I had a method by me actually waiting because I didn't start my. I actually mapped my whole brand out for like 4 years before I even started selling actual clothes. So I started with a more professional route. Like I started uploading the templates of just simple designs just to see how many people are really going to buy. And once I got to seeing people wanting to spend the money before I even had the clothes, I just started dropping t-shirts. And by me knowing how to draw and make my own designs, like graphic designs, I give you 8 different shirts in one day. So
Gotcha.
by me starting with the pandemic and it was hard to find good looking clothes, everybody had started making clothes. But I
Yeah.
stood out because all my customers kept saying, like, man, your clothes look like they come out the stove. They don't look like you made them yourself.
Absolutely. It's luxury. It is. It looks very
So
luxury. And when
that
I seen it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not just no, I'm gonna just stick some words on a shirt, and it's not to discredit anyone else how they are, starting out, because like you said, you started off with just graphic. But when you are branding yourself, you gotta implement more strategies, and you gotta put more time into it, dedicated to it, so it can look a little bit more professional. And that is what I'm getting from this. Like, what does this logo represent?
and I want to say something too. Like you getting on that. That's where people mess up at because they just think that making a brand is just putting something on the clothes. No, first of all, your brand. People don't wear clothes just because how it look. People wear clothes for the mood, the meaning. Like when you wake up and say I'm finna go to the club, you putting on something to pop your shit. You going in the club to look good. You want that meaning to stand out. You ain't trying to go in no club and when somebody look at me, they don't understand. I'm getting money or I'm on my shit, dude. So that's it's your clothes have to have a meaning. That's what people buy clothes for. That's why you see a lot of people like right now. I'm gonna give you a prime example. Them teddy bears. It ain't nothing but a teddy bear, but it say get money. So it's gonna make people anybody that want that mood. to be out there, they gonna buy that t-shirt. Not even for the design. They buying it because it say get money.
Absolutely.
Like, so you gotta think like your brand is you. It ain't no brand. It's art. It's you. It's like when you go outside, you getting yourself together when you go outside. So that's how you got to think about your brand. And a lot of people don't do that. Like they just think about I can make money off of it. They don't think about how it look to the outside. Like that was my big thing. If I ain't when I'm making shirts, if it didn't make me get up and want to put it on and be like, man, damn, I made this, then I'm finna sit down and make another shirt. That ain't good enough. If
So
it
do you
don't
have any
if it make
competitors?
me jump, I know it ain't worth nothing.
Do you have any competitors at this moment?
You say, huh?
Do you have any competitors at this moment?
I don't got no competitors. I got one person that motivated me for real, my homie Micho with the C2. He motivated me because like we come from the same struggle. That was my homie Flip. Like I really see us making it for real because we ain't just no average brand. Like we got a story to tell behind us.
Absolutely. So your clothing is
Definitely.
the story behind it.
Yeah, then I can't forget about my little cousin though, Roger. He next up on the entrepreneur side from being a kid and going the right road with it. So he motivated me too. I can't leave my little cousin out.
What price
Definitely.
segment will your brands fall into?
Luxury. That's why I stopped making it myself. Like all my clothes get made overseas. Like I'm right now I'm actually working on something with this company from Italy. I'm trying to go straight luxury.
Okay.
Trying to,
Okay.
trying to give us a luxury brand in Chicago instead of us got to keep buying all this designer stuff and helping them take the money back to their country. So
Definitely.
So can you deliver consistent quality products to retailers and shoppers on a timely basis if you are doing a sponsorship with the Italy? Would it
yeah,
still be
see the whole thing that's what I do first. Like I lock you in and make sure it can handle it. And see, like with that, you just order and ahead of time. That's why you start like right now. My fall clothes already getting made, so they'll be here before. Like you don't like with that type of stuff. You don't handle business when it's time to handle business. You handle business where it's mapped out, and you handle it before it's time, so you don't have to worry about all that.
so what's your
Yeah.
shipping cost?
Huh?
What's your shipping cost?
See how I'm gonna do that. It ain't. I ain't gonna charge for shipping because what I'm be charged for the price, you're gonna get it for free. You're gonna get the shipping for free because it ain't. You already spending enough money for me to pay for shit.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm shooting more for luxury since everybody like we don't really want nothing that don't cost nothing because you feel like it ain't worth nothing. So, but I'm actually the type of person that's different. Like I don't own no Gucci clothes. I don't own no Gucci shoes. No none of that because
Okay.
I don't need the brand to make me. I'm gonna make the brand. So I don't need.
Okay.
I'm more into fabrics. Like I study the fabrics.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I like that.
I can get the same fabrics that Gucci and Louis getting and get the same price if I educate myself on it. But see, people don't educate themselves on ways to be in their own lane. They just focus on one
Being
thing.
in
Everybody selling
society
t-shirts.
lane.
So I
Yes.
want to sell
So,
t-shirts because everybody selling. I
so
Yes.
I got
forget
a
I'm trying to
question.
find
The
my
jogging
own.
suit, the jogging suit that we seeing on the screen right now. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, boo. But is this unisex?
Yeah, that's unisex. That's actually like all the stuff she's showing, and it's crazy. Like that's all the stuff before I even started dealing with manufacturing companies. Like that was just me. Like I really got an eye for fashion. I spend money on clothes, so I know what look good and what don't look good. Like so, this
Okay.
was something for me to jump in for real. Like I'm not just a person who make clothes. I could do a little bit of everything.
I
So
see. So you see,
let,
you do you like that outfit, Shay? That is nice to see.
let me tell you something. I knew from the beginning that this was a success. That's why I was like, let me just go ahead, and do this networking. This here, all them big companies, Gucci, Louis, they can move over. This young man has a story behind his clothes. Like you said, you are into fabric, you are into more of like typographic, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about your other designs and skills that you do have in your professions. But I seen it. I love how all the clothing. I love it. Like it's more to share. So this is just a jogging suit now for ladies that I've
Yeah,
seen.
that was a one on one. That was just when I was just doing like I had when I first start reaching out to different manufacturing companies, trying to find me some good companies to make my clothes. I was just
This
sitting for them, waiting for them to prepare. I'm like, man, I gotta eat. Like, I ain't working, I ain't got no job. That's my job, so I gotta find another way to bring some money in off this equipment.
But you know
So,
what? I'm glad you're speaking on that because when you're trying to do stuff like that, you know, when you're trying to start up any new venture, any new project, business, you know what I'm saying? It's challenges. And challenges just don't mean like, oh, your business is gonna fall or something like that. You gotta face the challenge. Like what you used to doing, you can't do that no more. You gotta put your time, your attention, your energy towards something that you really, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be
Yeah,
productive for you. You can't just play
definitely.
around. So sometimes you gotta cut the partying off. You gotta cut certain family
I'm
members.
gonna tell you
You
the
don't
best,
have
not to
no
cut you
hangover
off, not to
on.
cut you off. The best thing you gotta do, and my mentor told me is, you gotta block the world out. You have to
Hello,
block the whole world out. It's
hello.
about, like, people don't understand when you trying to fix yourself. Can't nobody fix you. You got to
Oh,
fix yourself, because you can lie to your friend. You can lie to the world. You can even sit down and lie to God, even though He know you lying. But you're
yes,
not gonna focus on yourself until you learn how to love yourself and lock in with yourself. If you can't
yes.
do them two things, you're
Oh
gonna be lost forever.
I
man,
preach
you
that on this show all the time. I say that on this show all the time.
yes, some people wake up and they sit up here and they all they do their mind has got so used to just a complaining mind. Nobody supports me. Nobody don't do this. Nobody don't do that. But you're not believing in yourself. You sit up here. You even when it comes down to you branding yourself, you don't know how to be professional on time. You don't know how to hold the conversation. You don't know what networking is. You just gotta put that energy and that time out there to get whatever you want in your work. You have to put it in there to get it out. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. It's a Monday. We trying to handle some people got hangovers. You got to cut that out so
Not
you
not
can.
to cut you off. My auntie 50th birthday party was yesterday. Yeah. I'm in there, right? And I'm telling my cousin, I'm like, man, I can't get too drunk. And like, why you your own boss? But I'm like, I'm on a podcast tomorrow. I'm like, I can't be on the podcast and I look high or I look drunk. Like, I smoke weed. I ain't even smoked yet. Cause I
Okay,
knew I gotta handle my business. So
business first,
I could do what I do in my personal time. That's my personal time. But right now, I
man.
gotta handle my business. And I believe in, like, standing up for myself. So, like, I can't contradict myself. Like, if I'm trying to motivate the youth and I'm trying to motivate the young, and like, you can still be a swagged out nigga without picking up a gun and going to shoot him and do all this. You can be yourself, what's in you, but you don't got to do all that. So,
Absolutely.
That's
like,
so
that's
true.
that's my whole motivation, like, to show people, like, I can party, I can do everything. I can get on the side of you and act just like you, probably outbeat you, but I don't want to live the same lifestyle as you. I might want to
Okay.
have fun like you, but I got standards to myself.
Oh, you got to have standards. Standard. What is your personal goals?
Man. One, like, I just daydream about this. Like, I'm so used to being in a position, like my grandma used to tell me, like, you don't got a pot to piss in. And I ain't really understand what that meant at the time. So, like, my biggest goal is just really having a pot to piss in, being able to do whatever I want to do and help whoever I want to help. Like, I like helping people. I don't like seeing nobody around me down. So I got to get myself right before I can help everybody else. Because
But
anybody with my last name, they gonna be set. I don't give a fuck if you don't know how to work. I'm gonna teach you how to work.
I
I'm
was
gonna
just
teach you
about
how
to
to do
say that.
something. Like, there's no man left behind. Homecoming,
Okay.
but I got to get myself right, because I can have that dream, I can have that heart, but if I don't got the tools in the book bag behind me, I can't help no motherfucker. That's
Absolutely.
my
True.
biggest goal, getting me set, because I know my whole family, all my friends gonna be set, and not set like just saying, "Oh, it's a handout." No, I'm gonna actually take what's inside of you, your purpose, and bring it out.
Oh man,
Everybody got a
you are
purpose.
deep. You are very.
Everybody got a purpose.
Yes, everybody got a purpose, but you know what? Sometimes people don't know how to participate in their own rescue. People will want to ride your coattail and until you blow up big or whatever, and they don't want to put in the work. Do you ever
it's
feel like
it's
some people
it's the
implement?
way around that. It's the way around that too. They when the other people that was there that helped push me, them gonna be, it's like chess. Them gonna be the people that's in the back. The people
Okay,
that didn't want to work and didn't want to do nothing, didn't believe in me, you gonna be the pawn. Yeah, you still gonna be saved, but you gonna work for everything. You gonna wonder why he's sitting right there, feet up, kicking it, and you got to go do something to get your money. That's because you don't deserve that part.
Okay, that
But I ain't gonna leave you. I ain't gonna leave you out, and then you look like dog food, and I look like I'm at the top of the food chain.
because then you create enemies within your circle. So you smart. That's right. So I'm gonna ask you, what are you most proud of?
Just me. Period. Waking up, stop being lost. I was a lost soul once upon a time. I was lost. I ain't know if I was coming or going. It was I call them mosquitoes. I had a bunch of mosquitoes as friends, just sucking the life away from me.
Ooh wee.
I ain't see it. Like I was too lost into being in the spotlight in a big room that I ain't see. Like I was a spotlight in a room full of piece of shit.
Yeah. I'm glad you're speaking on that because a lot of people don't realize that their surroundings or their friends does play a part on their future or where they are trying to go in life. Especially those are those warmongers I was talking about. People that like to encourage and advocate for all type of negativity towards each other or amongst us. I don't have time for that. Sometimes you gotta cut people off because
Man,
they're not tied to your destiny.
G Herbo said it the best, man. You gotta cut motherfucker off real. Like with my phone, I'm gonna put it like this. I get more scammy likes phone calls than my phone ringing, period. Just from somebody that's a friend. I don't talk to nobody. Like if I can't learn nothing from you, what I'm around you for right now. I'm trying to repair me. So I don't need no motherfucker that I know everything about or I can't learn nothing from. How I'm gonna learn something from. You
So
gotta put
listen,
something.
just like a mental wellness check. Where are you today, and how are you really doing? Like, how you feeling?
I'm fine. Like I tell my family because they proud like for me to even be speaking and be on this path. Like I really found my purpose. I'm good. Like I don't focus on material nothing. My life is getting me waking up and going to sleep, asking God to get me closer to Him. That's all I need. He gonna put everything else what I need in front of him.
You
Let me
better
ask
say it.
Let me ask you a question. If you could change one thing about your brand, what would it be?
Really, just cause this was the first question, the only question that I wrote an answer down for. Really, nothing, cause I keep myself educated, so it's like nothing would never say the same, cause I know the purpose of life. Everything's supposed to have growth to it. So I- all I can say is just keep going up. I don't want to change nothing because it ain't really nothing to change. Like everything was a blessing for real.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh, that's good. You was able to revert all that energy and start fresh, start new. You was able to go back, look within yourself and say, you know what, I'm just going to, do some dedication, determination, discipline for myself. And I'm going to put Black Hearts clothing brand out here. So let's get a little bit more into about this brand. What type of legal structure will your business have?
You say what? Legal?
Yes.
Father is like I'm really just focused like for the clothes. I started that was just the first thing to wake me up, but I really I'm leaving that to something for the family. That's just gonna be an asset for the family, the way to bring in dollars to start other business. I'm really getting myself together. Like my one of my goals, I'm finna get my teeth fixed. I'm finna find me a speech therapist, and I'm finna go more into being a motivated speaker because
I like that. I like
I
that.
you know what I'm
That's
saying.
from a
I
black.
really feel like I could change people. It's a lot of good, brilliant guys out here. They just feel like they in the room by themselves, so they scared to let that talent out.
Or not even
So are
just that,
you are you listening to other motivational speakers right now? Do you wake up and
Yes,
like listen to a
that's
few of
all.
them
Like
too?
I changed my whole social media. Like on Instagram, I don't follow nobody I know. I only follow people that inspire me. Like if you not inspiring me or something that I need to learn, I ain't following you. Like I don't got time to see Pookie got killed, Ray got shot. Oh, I just
Oh
bought a new
yeah.
thing. I don't got time for it.
yes, and it's discipline. That is a discipline. That is a discipline, because a lot of people say, you worried about other people's life, or they will see you responding, or one day, everybody. I'm gonna just say this. I'm glad that you said you unfriend a lot of stuff that isn't relevant to where you are going. because a lot of people, if you still have that type of stuff and you trying to focus, sometimes that'll get in your system and then your day won't be so productive as it was or what it was going to be because you done looked up and seen so and so on this social media. So that's discipline. I like that in you. That's great, Steve. I like that. I like that. So let's get into this more about where you was when you said that you had pop-up shops. So this photo here that I'm showing, what is this more like a logo?
That right there that you're showing right now, that was me showing people how to brand. Like people don't understand with branding something, you could turn social media into a money machine, but you have to have high quality content. I mean, yeah, content for your business page, your social media page. Like people just think you gonna make somebody buy something by not giving them an image. Like you gotta give them an image and make it look good. Like if you just think you're gonna take a t-shirt and put it on the floor and take a picture and keep doing that, and people gonna know that ain't gonna, that's not scaling being, that's not making it look professional. So I just make a lot of content to show people, because that's another business I'm gonna start up. Like just making content for people who don't got time to make content. Because that's the big key to turning your social media into a money machine. You have to have good content. Because you got to think, when you scroll down social media, you only gonna stop at stuff that gets your attention.
Yeah.
You gonna keep being at that thumb until it's something that's gonna get your attention every time.
Yeah.
Even if it's not what you want, but the colors might caught you or the background might caught you, and then you look and be like, oh no, this ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I thought this was something, but the content is what gets you.
Yeah. Absolutely. What was this event that you was hosting?
My little sister had a grand opening, and she had some vendor tables. I had actually sold out the the rest of my outfits.
Okay. And what type of form of payments are you accepting?
I take everything. I take cash from Zelle, from Cash App. You can I can send you a payment link. I got everything. Square. However way you can spend money, I can get it.
Okay.
So what is this? This was you I see where it says you can go to like page 34 and read this. What did you land like a page into an
Uh,
article?
Now it's actually that's my story to have. Again, I just didn't send you all the I ain't send you all the links, but when you go on my business page, the whole story on there is pinned to my page. Like that's
So
my real raw, uncut, front of heart story. Like how I really started my story for real. Like it touched a lot of people.
so let me ask you a question because what's hot and what's not when it comes down to black hearts?
Um, Really like I got so much going on in my phone with Black Odds. It's gonna take for the future really to show it, because I got a lot of ideas. Like father, it's gonna be a casual lane. It's gonna be like Black Heart's gonna be, because when I thought of it, I wanted to think of a way to where I can make clothes for everybody and not just be labeled to, oh damn, I'm from the street, so he only know how to make street clothes. No, I'm gonna have suits. I'm gonna have leather coats. You're gonna see this in the future. Black Heart's gonna be a man's warehouse. Like I'm gonna have dress shoes, wedding suits. Like it's gonna be a different level to this brand. It's gonna be something for everybody.
I like that. So
I like
what
it
are
too.
you leveraging the right tools right now for success to go into that direction, that path that you're trying to
Yeah,
land to?
yeah, yes. I got a lot of like millionaires behind me. Like they teaching me the game. They giving me the cheat sheet. It's called if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay.
So I ain't creating, like I'm creating my brand, but everything that's mapped out for me to get to the next step is already written. I ain't got to do nothing. All I got to do is follow the rules.
With that being said, do you have any advice for Shay and myself on our podcast?
You say, huh?
Do you have any advice for like me and Shay?
Yeah, like y'all, all y'all gotta do, like the main thing is just don't give up. Whatever you gotta paint your picture. Like y'all can't expect nobody to really see y'all vision, because they not gonna see it. They not you. They not her. They don't know what y'all on. They not gonna see that, but they gonna see the success. But they not gonna see the be a part. Like don't nobody see that, and that's how people don't understand. Like you gotta really be wanting what you want. Like you gotta live like right now for real. Y'all gotta be like me. You gotta live your life on the edge, which I'll be in. It's not meaning be no goofy and go for everything.
No, no,
But
no, no, no. I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna stop you right there because see now you the CEO. I'm the CEO. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm implementing my process to get everything strategized. I don't do too much, you know. So social life, there's no social life because right now this is
And
my
now
baby.
that
I'm
you
doing my
are the
thank
CEO,
you, thank you.
we are CEOs. This is both of our projects. So yeah.
so when you say that, you have to, you know what I'm saying? You can't say like when you said goofies. No, there's no goofies over here. You know, we're
No,
gonna
No,
I
he
ain't saying
said don't be. He said
I
don't
wasn't
be a
referring
goofy. He
to
didn't say
us.
not
that.
saying
I
he's
wasn't
saying that,
referring
but
to
you have
us
to
as
also
goofy.
you
I'm
gotta
just
also
saying,
let it be known that you know what a goofy is because there's our goofy.
people can rush and make goofy mistakes. Like
Yes, they can.
I
Yes,
ain't
they
saying
can.
us as no goofy because if you even label a look and think of yourself as a goofy, you a goofy any motherfucker way.
Yes, yes, but you
I
see,
ain't labeling us. I'm just saying like you gotta live on the edge, meaning
yes, you
you
do.
gotta be willing to do whatever it takes to get to that
Absolutely.
success. Like
Absolutely. So, you know, and that's what I'm saying. So you by starting up this business, I had to implement systems and put a lot of stuff in process. I had to do checklists because at the end of the day, I still am a mother. But just like you came from the trenches, I have come from the trenches, and you can't get distracted or stay
dang.
because those stagnants once again that'll keep you. You can't worry about who gonna go with you or who not, and who got you as a title or what's not. As long as you putting in the work, you know what I'm saying. You
That's
know who
all.
you
That's
is.
all you gotta think.
That's all that matters. You got to be true to yourself. So I don't get the party and drink and hop and skip on everything. You know what I'm saying? Because just like you feel that way about Black Hearts, you'd rather wear your own brand or you starting to put it in vision to where you want to go. I'm gonna be a famous podcaster. Let's be real, gonna be here.
I
This what
told you
I'm
like for
about.
real, like just my opinion. I really like knowing you for real. You built for this for real. Like you a strong woman, so you built for this. Like this something like you really pick something that fit for you. Like
My niche in life.
long as you pick to stay focused, that's all you got to do.
You
Everything
can't.
else you already built for it. Like if
Right,
that's
and you
something,
can't go and try to, be into something and that's not what you at because it's going to fail. If this is what you like and you have a passion for, you're going to always be consistent with it and persistent. It don't matter if it's slow days, good days, or whatever. So the networking and all that. What are you doing when it come down to networking? Like is this your first interview?
no. I actually my first year in game, like my third month, I was on a radio station. Like I done
I'm sorry,
been
I can't hear you.
I say my first 3 months in the game, I was on the radio station.
Okay, sound like there was a lot of error, but that's good. So you say you started off on
Yeah, I done
some.
been, but see, like my family, so my family know a lot of people, so it's really like a blessing, and plus any opportunity I get, I'm stepping on it. Like I ain't playing no games. Like I don't care how people look at me all day. Unless he don't answer the phone, he think he better than everybody now. He don't come out and pop out with us no more all day. He don't do that no more. No, it's about my family and my life. That's all I give a fuck about now. Ain't about
Absolutely.
no friend, no none of that. Cause if you my
Yes.
real friend, you gonna be on the side of me hustling right now, getting this shit for the future. So
And
you
that's
can't be my friend.
you can't use the friend word. You cannot use that too
Now
friendly
you can friend, cause why you think it got in at the end of it?
because you everything has a beginning and an ending. You absolutely right, and I love that. I love that time frame, and I just feel like this. Whatever you're trying to do in life, you have to learn how to separate it. You have to learn how to put more time and energy to it. You got to cut a lot of things off, and that's not to step on no one's toes out there, but you cannot be trying to be into something, and if it's not your passion, then you're going to always find yourself on the end and the out of it. That's not what's going to go on over here. Just like you branding Black Hearts, that's how I feel about Let's Be Real. I'm the CEO. And whether if it's the CEO of a show or something, I'm the CEO of Shaquan, me. So I still stand as an individual.
Got
You're
to,
the CEO still of yourself.
got to, and you got to. That's where
Absolutely.
people mess up at. Like people be wanting and having nice ideas, but they don't got to fight.
Nope.
That's just like we can look at Tyler Perry right now and see all the success, but do a lot of people can't walk in his shoes and get to where he made it to? They would have been gave up. Shit, once a motherfucker ain't had no place to go stay at, motherfucker would have gave up. Like,
Yeah, well, and some people get wrapped up into titles. You can want a title before
and it
you
don't
can have
even
destiny or a vision. You want to be called a mister when you a boy, or you want to be a Mrs. when you a woman. That's the same thing. You want to be a CEO, but you is a administrator. You ain't even an administrator business. So, you have to believe in yourself. How are you this? What are you doing to hold up to that? And some people tends to, hey, that's for each his own. But all I can say is, when it comes down to me, like I started this platform, there are so many underrated and small business owners and entrepreneurs that lies in Chicago, in that state. But every time you look up, like you said, you get on social media, this person has died, this person in jail. It's just always something negative. But what about Black Hearts? It's a clothing brand out here. Or what about there's new resource center for kids, but they're not speaking upon that. So how are we going to ever get somewhere if people feel like, oh, they too above us, they don't want to mess with us, or they don't know how to network? So that's why it was easy for me to just reach out to you and say, hey, let's network, because I feel like we can both, gain from each other. I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. Okay, what you say? Nope. Lost the sound. But once again, we have Black Hearts with us. It just always be the devil, but God is going to keep us strengthened and going. So I'll just get into a little bit more of the clothing brand that he was sharing with us before he left out. Black Hearts. I like this shirt. This is a very nice t-shirt.
oh, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's fine. Some things just happen.
I ain't tripping, man. I ain't nobody finna stop our flow. I like this conversation. Like,
those minor technical difficulties, I didn't have that plenty of time. Either someone's playing on the downfall, or there's just, people know where we're going with it. So you got to keep it moving.
yeah, like it be really like you just like you were saying though, like you gotta really be willing to say, I'm finna just be different. Because that's what it basically is, because you've been stuck in your ways for so long to people get afraid to step outside the box.
Yeah.
Do something different. Be yourself. Do what you really like doing. People don't do that. People run around doing everything that everybody else like. And that you probably don't even like that. You just doing it because the name that it holds.
Yes, and a lot of people do that. Or, it's called the bandwagon. If one person, a lot of people say they go off of energy. I'm not an energy reader. I don't go off of vibes, because today we might be vibing on a Monday, and then something happened Friday. I can't just say I'm going off your energy. I know if you're genuine off your energy. I can say if you're genuine off of your actions. It's not just about how you handle me that day or going forward. And a lot of people be like that. So if you didn't give energy to someone else, now when they tell them about Black Hearts, now it's like, oh, they following the bandwagon. You got to be popular, or this person got to give a word of a mouth good for you, for everybody else to like you. I tend to stay away from that,
And like, it'd be crazy because like majority, like 90% of my business customers and new followers, they be people I don't even know. They just be people that be like, man, I'm proud of your story. I'm proud of what you got going on. Stick forward. Keep doing it. You gonna make it. I believe in you. Like, that's all I get. I don't get no negative energy. So it makes me want to keep going hard. Like, damn.
Because you know how to stay away from that.
I got groups of people that like me that don't even know me. Like that.
And it be like that.
That's something to work for. Like, so doing knucklehead shit all your life, that shit get boring. That shit get tired. Like, I've done it already.
Okay, and then doing the knucklehead stuff, you weren't able to network with anything that was
nothing.
It was never beneficial for you. It was just always the street life. You partying. Some people get so wrapped up into society that they feel like if they don't party enough, travel enough, upload this or look like money, but you got on all this and won't wake up on a certain time to get a business going, or you got all this going, and it's just always something, some type of bump in the road, but you got to be successful. And I was one of those type of people before I branded this podcast. I just was always like, I couldn't do it neither. I would just feel like because of I didn't have resources, I didn't have certain connections that I couldn't do it. So I just started being a complainer and just started putting more shit into work for myself, playing around with apps. And I just was like, hey, let's start a podcast.
I'm gonna give you one thing. My mentor tell me all the time. He lay his hands out like this. He say, it's two things, two sides. If you don't try it, you will never know the answer.
Absolutely.
If you try to make a mistake, you still made the mistake. You tried, and you can learn from that mistake and still make it to the end of the race. But being on this side, all you see is that end of the race, but you ain't gonna get there because shit, you ain't even try. You might go there and fuck around, hit a hump, the car stop, but shit, you can get that bitch repaired and fixed and make it to the end of the race because you tried.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's gonna always be something to try to slow you down. But if you just always feel like whatever you come across will stop you, you'll never get ahead. So, like, what type of advice would you give to anyone right now that just feel like they at this point in life to where they feel like they want to quit or they just feel like they're pinned in a corner? What type of advice would you give to them?
Well, I'm again the advice I gave to myself. Grab yourself by the motherfucking collar and pull yourself up and wake up. This your life. It ain't like I tell my homies all the time. Like we be so small, man, and think we done a lot of shit. A lot of them gonna die and they ain't did shit but been in Chicago. Like it's a big ass map of shit that we don't even know about because we ain't trying to educate. Like my little sister be going all across the world. She FaceTime me one time like, brother, you think your problems is a lot? Look at these people house on Ryan Pass. They don't got no windows, no front doors, no nothing. And this how they normally live. And they happy, clapping their hands, dancing in there. So I saw that and it just made me think in my mind, like, the shit that we really think is something to a lot of brilliant people ain't shit. It ain't nothing at all.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people value money. They hold it up to the biggest abundance, and I don't understand why a lot of people don't know how to do a lot of networking nowadays. And I just feel like if you can let a lot of stagnants go, you will be able to, get to your destiny more.
That's all. Like you gotta do like this. Like you gotta look at people. Like you could look at for women. You could look at Beyonce. You could look at all these type of strong women, and you just look and do what I did. I looked at people like Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, people like that I want to be like. Mm-hmm. And I started looking at how they living their life. What is they doing? Because it got to be something that they are doing that's we normal people ain't doing. And I started seeing like that every time I look at Jay-Z documentaries or something, it's books in the background. He talking about books. He talking about different people that helped them and he learned shit from. So I knew then, like, I'm going to have to change the people around me to become the person I want to be. I'm not going to be able to become this big successful guy if I'm still hanging with Pookie and Ray Ray.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to cut them off to be that. And that's where the discipline come in. It be plenty of times I see my homies and they having a good ass time. And I know how to step. But I know that one chance of saying, oh, yeah, I could take a break. I can go do this. That might cost my motherfucking life. Now, here go my whole family like, damn, that was just our way out of the struggle.
You should have stayed focused.
It's people that believe in me now. It's people that's counting on me. So I'm more than who I used to be. I'm not Lusky no more. So it's a lot of shit that I can't do because it ain't just jeopardizing me. It's jeopardizing a lot of people.
That's good. You're not selfish. A lot of people do live and they hold everything that they do in life and it would just be for them to gain something off of. Selfish. Everything is for I. You have to have a teamwork. You have to have some team players. Are you a solo partner or do you have any partners that you work?
I'm solo with my business, but I ain't gonna say I'm solo with my team. Like I got a real brilliant team behind me. I got all type of entrepreneurs in my family that been knew I was this type of guy on the inside. So I ain't gonna lie, like I got a lot of help. I got a lot of help, personal help, mental help. I got a lot of help that I ain't gonna just say I do everything by myself. Yes, I push myself to do everything for myself, but it's a lot of people that just give me the benefit of the doubt. Okay, much as he pushes himself, I'm right there to help.
Absolutely.
See, like I always had help, but it was like once I showed people I didn't care about myself, they stopped caring about me. They ain't never give up on me. It's just shit. if you gonna run over yourself, shit, I ain't gonna run over you, so I'm gonna just get away from it.
Yeah, absolutely. But I also see that you offer a unique more service on a professional scale. Let's get a little bit more into that because I did, for a lot of people who don't know, they might need help with illustrating or typographing it, and you offer those type of services to them. So I definitely wanted you to share that with some of our listeners that are listening to us
Yeah,
too as well.
I actually like stuff like that. Like I got built-in talents and skills that I don't even be knowing. Like I from back to what you was just talking about, networking.
Right.
Once I started networking, I met this guy in Rush, and I was paying him to make designs for me. And when he found that I could draw, he like, bro, it's easier than what you think, bro. You could just sit down, bro. It's a lot of stuff you don't know. You probably don't know the correct word for it, but you already got the talent in you already. You naturally got it. And he just started sending me videos, graphics, how to do graphic designs. Like, bro, you already got it. And I'm like a memory card. Once I program something in my brain and I want to do it, I'm gonna find out and educate myself how to do it. So I just got the okay, man, I was supposed to really went to school for this, and now I don't want to go to school because you got this big brilliant thing called YouTube. All you gotta do is sit down and take some time and lock in into yourself, and you can learn
Educate.
whatever you need to learn about your being.
Educate, but you got to have that time for that. Is that number one word is discipline. It's okay to have determination. We'll definitely touch bases on that determination word. Why do you use it? But that discipline, I'm telling you, like you say, you got to cut Pookie and Ray Ray out. Sometimes you got to have no drink versus one drink. Or like you said, hey, I still have my personal life. I'm a smoke, but I'm gonna wait till I'm done with that. So your words could be articulated the correct way. So your professional skill, it could be developing, illustrated doing this interview that you own, because it still is like a signature. And a lot of people don't realize that anything you do, the way your service with people, the conversations you hold, or just someone seeing you image wise, that is still your signature. So you got to
Not to cut you off that you just said that, though, you just made me think, like, for real, your signature be in you for real. Like one time when I first started, I had made a t-shirt overnight, but I had just made like 5 copies of it. And then the next morning when I uploaded it, because I know sales tactics, because I actually studied and educated myself on that side of the business. So a lot of stuff I do, it don't be nothing I came up with. It just be a sales tactic that I done study and learn. So it was crazy because the shirt ended up selling out. So now I'm working by myself. It's already hot. Heat press killing me now. I gotta answer all my messages. So this lady had the same name as this other guy. So I'm thinking I'm communicating with him because I'm trying to do everything by myself. And the whole time this lady came way from outside. Didn't know me from a can of paint. Just wanted to support me because I was black. Now I get outside. The lady outside, I'm damn. That ain't who I was supposed to be talking to. So I end up going up to the car. The lady, long story short, the lady like, she put her order in. Well, the bell, she came an hour now. Whole time I had nothing ready because I didn't even know I was communicating with her. Now I get in the house, I don't even got her sizes. So now I'm like, damn, I'm finna freeze. Man, I don't know her. I ain't tell her to come. She came on her own. But then I had to think, I paused. Man, bro, you ain't selling drugs, bro. This your business, bro.
Yeah.
You finna get drunk and then come back just because they drunk. You might just lost a good customer.
Yes.
So I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? Man, bro, you a hustler, bro. Go outside and communicate, bro. Go talk. Yeah. I go outside, I tell them, like, look, I got the shirts in your key size, I got them, but in your size, I don't got that no more. I sold out of that. But what I can do, I got your size and the 2-piece that I sell for the ladies, but I'll give it to you for the same price of the outfit just because you came from outside and you was waiting. She say, baby, just how you broke that down, I'm finna give you your money for everything and go a $10 tip. And anytime I make something, she make sure she buy it. Like anytime I make something and promote it, she buy it from me.
It's your signature. Yes. And I always say this, and it's just going forward. Sometimes you gotta be a solo because a lot of people don't see your vision, and it'll start to tend to not be professional. It'll be unprofessional when you're trying to be professional. So sometimes you gotta cut out all the other alphabets and just be an out person, because see, I'm gonna go. And just like you said, man, I ain't selling drugs and I ain't being no knucklehead. This my signature. And not just her being a potential customer, but now she's a dedicated customer. Like she's always, that's your clientele. Now it goes off word of a mouth because you signed off with her. So now she's able to refer other people to your business as well to you. And you can network that way, making more shirts, family reunion shirts, or however it's gonna go. And not even just that, just being designed by Black Hearts, just the luxury clothing somebody is wearing, that apparel. It's your signature. A lot of people don't take it serious like that, but I'm glad you are. Do you mind breaking down this graphic designer experience?
Yeah, like that was just a naturally, like I didn't even know like I was that raw like with that. Like art is something that I could do naturally. It's my brothers, everybody can draw, all of us can draw, but I didn't like it. And once I started educating and seeing how the world and change, like it's so many ways to get paid off of it. Like it's a lot of people that don't even know lanes about graphic design and don't understand it's different levels to it. Like
Yes.
it's I can make a logo for you and it can either be a JPEG, it could be a PNG file, it could be a digital file, it could be different type of files to give you different type of quality from it.
Yes.
People
Yes. Yes.
don't know that, so that's why I started promoting it. Because at first I didn't want to do designs because it's irritating. Because if a person don't know what they want for real, it don't matter how talented you is, you can make a bunch of designs. If a person don't know how to describe what they really want, you'll be making designs forever. So I didn't want to do it at first. I kind of ran from it, but when I see it, it's a lot of people with brilliant brands and brilliant ideas, but they just don't got the right person to do their design because they just supporting somebody that's just making a design. It's different level to getting on that computer. Like you got to know how to really work that computer for to get the quality. That's why my clothes be looking the way they look, because I know how to drop my design. So if I'm giving it to somebody that needs to digitize it, they can get the full quality from the design. If I'm giving it to a person that's going to do sublimation shirts, they can get all the detail from the background, other colors, all that. Like it's different levels when you get on that computer.
Absolutely.
It ain't just no click this and oh yeah, that's that. No,
you took a lot of time into yourself, and a lot of people don't know how to do that. And I just want to commend you on that, because it's not even just about being Black, but for you, an African American young man coming from the trenches and got this much knowledge, this much resources, you know how to brand yourself and conduct the business. You are amazing. A lot of people don't know how to leave Junebug alone, or even Nichelle and Kelly and Keisha, because females can be a hinder too in your life.
It's so serious with me. I don't got time for nothing, because it's like, how can I even try to date or try to do too much when I ain't where I want to be? So it's not gonna work. Like that's why people don't understand. Shit don't work for them, because you ain't sat down with yourself and got yourself right. Ain't shit gonna work until you right.
Absolutely. You have a lot of areas of expertise, but even when it comes down to motivational speaking, so you don't have this on the experience. But since we just talking about graphic designer, let's get into one of them. What is typographic? How do you use that a lot?
That's more like just when I really got that from our Russian homie, because it's part of the field. That's like when you using a lot of typos, like stuff like that, when you typing and you turn it into autographing and stuff like that. That's really what that's for. But that's just something that was on the list because I might be somebody that need it.
Okay.
But that ain't really a lot. That ain't really nothing. Anybody can do that. That's really like easy. He just had me listening because he more into taking me into where I can make money off my art and my designs, because he be getting mad because I be making good art and I don't promote it to sell it. Like I'll be just making stuff, and like he get on me all the time, like, why is you steady uploading these designs and you ain't putting no waterproof over it, you ain't putting no screen over it or nothing.
But even though for you to say it's not nothing, when it comes down to designing, that's when typography really comes into it, because it's all about the imaging, processing
the colors,
the printing, arranging the type. It does play a part in it to when you are trying to put those logos onto those shirts or to the apparel that you're printing out. So that is the number one thing that does play a big role in it. So that's great that you are an expert in that area, because a lot of people have to pay other people to do it, to where you know how to line yours up, crop it out, put it on there. Like you just was talking about watermarks. A lot of people don't know how to do that. So there still is a expertise in it. That's a great thing that you have that.
It'd be crazy. Like, I didn't even know. Like, I ain't even like. I'm more like a person. I can work and do everything with digital idiot and won't know the word for it. Like that was the person I was, and person asked me like, "Can you do this? Can you do that?" And I'm like, "No, I don't do that. I don't do that." And then the whole time, I really know how to do it and just don't know that's the name of it. So he be more on me like, "Bro, I went to college for this. Do you know I'm still paying for that for being in college? And bro, you anything I tell you how to do, you be doing it better than me. And I had to go to college. So he be really on me. So that's what really made me start promoting all that, because it's like, man, that's a lot of money in that. You need to start letting the world know that you do that too. So that's more like it's a lot for the future. It's a lot of stuff I'm gonna be doing that people ain't see me doing. They just might as well wake up. They sleep on me. I got a lot going on.
I heard that. So what can we expect for Black Hearts coming up in 2022?
Man, I'm trying to, man. If the Lord bless me, man. Cause I don't want to stay in Chicago, but I want to be in my city. So I'm trying to. My birthday, November the 4th. I'm trying to. Lord bless me. If it's really meant to happen, I know He gonna make it happen. At the time, it's gonna happen. Period. But at the time frame I want it to happen, if it's meant, He gonna make it happen. But I'm trying to do me a grand opening on the store. I want to open me a store, a city store for Chicago. Like,
Oh wow, congrats on that journey. That is so dope. I like it. You have a lot of things already planned out for you, but that's good that you said that, like, you want to bring forth your city. That's pretty much what my platform is for. I like to go across all over the 50 states, but I started in Chicago, and I picked this live stream like this because I'm in Houston. I don't live in Chicago no more. So I'm networking out here as well, trying to open up a facility, a podcast radio station for myself here. But I'm always start at home. So I'm always come back and, scout and scavenge and hunt for upcoming artists and entrepreneurs, chefs, cooks, book writers, publishers, artists. That's what this platform is for. You don't have to just have 1.3 billion. You don't have to be, you can be local.
man,
You don't gotta be close right now.
if you educate yourself right, you could be wealthy way before you even become rich.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm doing now. I'm building wealth before I even think about the money. I don't care about the money because that ain't nothing but a dollar.
That's how I feel.
With me building wealth and educating myself, I was just telling my niece this the other day. Like, I'm not worried about money because as long as I educate myself to where I know everything around me as me and what I can and can't do, I can have $1 million and lose it tomorrow and gain it right back because I'm educated to be able to make $1 million. See,
that's how I feel.
People work on. I don't want to work for the dollar. I want the dollar to work for me.
Work for
that's
me.
what I'm educating myself.
Yeah.
I'm not finna keep getting up and gotta work and gotta bust my ass when I can make the money bust their ass and come all back to me. So
my saying, I'm gonna beat you in revenue. You can beat me with all the wardrobe. You can keep the bags, the hat, the shoes, the trips. I'm gonna beat you in revenue. I'm gonna beat you being a better mother. I'm gonna beat you being a better woman. I'm gonna beat you being a woman to Christ, and I'm gonna beat you in revenue. I ain't got time to compete with you and none of that. And it ain't just no beating you, but that's just where I'm gonna be. That's my lane. So I'm gonna stay a woman because I'm true to myself.
You gotta speak where you're gonna be, because if you ever heard yourself saying something and then it happened fast?
Absolutely.
Like, you gotta do that with everything in your life. Like,
if you don't move quickly,
I get up in the morning and when I'm washing my face, I tell myself where I'm gonna be, what I'm gonna have. Like, you gotta speak.
Yes, you do.
Gotta speak that shit in your head and say you ever heard your grandma or mama tell you, like, man, you start talking about that so much, now you doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how you gotta be. You gotta speak that shit in exist. Like, I tell them motherfucker all the time. I got billions already. They just somewhere in the bag somewhere. I'm just going to it. I just gotta get to it. That's all.
Yes, that's a great thing though. It has been definitely a pleasure speaking with you today. You are a very educated young man, and You know, I see you going really far with this, and I definitely appreciate the compliment that you gave me as well. But for those who are looking to buy any apparel from Black Hearts right now, how would they do that?
Oh, right now, it's over with for like 2 weeks. I'm shut
You
down for
sold
2 weeks.
out.
I can't tell you know I moved. I don't stay in Chicago no more either. I had moved to Atlanta, and I was so thirsty to move to get away. Like Chicago is pain to me, so I was so thirsty. I didn't have my head all the way in order. Like,
I know what you mean. I
leave
know.
your business here in Chicago first, and then just go to Atlanta. So it was like I moved and I took all my equipment down there. So I was moving back and forth. So I just
It's
came up
okay.
here with some summer shit to sell, sold all that. Now I'm finna go back and come back with
Come
fall.
back.
So
But you know what? It be like that. And I was asked that question before, like, well, you see how you came up with something and you left. But I didn't leave because that thought didn't come to me. My mind was so crowded in Chicago. When I was in Chicago, coming up as a kid, I was around there. But once I started having kids, I had took off anyway and went towards the Gurney area. So I had already knew, like, I'm steady moving hours away and away. I might as well just keep going, because there's nothing I'm holding on to. But at the end of the day, it was just like when I moved here, my mind and everything was able to come together and come up with a plan for me that I didn't even know. My purpose had fell into it. It wasn't, it was in effect in Chicago, but it wasn't played out. And it was like, as soon as I came here, it was like nothing was together for me, but I had a computer and I just started the show. I had to finish, looking for a place to stay and, things like that. I had to put the kids in martial art. But sometimes you have to jump off that porch
man,
to
you
really
got it.
find
I call it like I told you in the beginning of the conversation, man. You gotta live when you know you fighting for something that's gonna change your life, your kids' life, shit like that. You gotta live your life on the edge. You gotta be willing. Like, if you get a phone call right now saying, man, Joe, right now I can get you, goddamn it, Puff Daddy on your podcast. I just need
Okay.
you to go and do this, and you need to go here and figure this out. You need to go there and figure that out. You got to be that type of person. Like, man, Steve,
I'm closing
I'm
everything
sorry,
down.
man, Joe. We'll do this again. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a whole nother time, but I gotta go right now. I just gotta, like, you
Period.
gotta be that type of person.
But you get that's
I'm
how it
gonna
is.
try to make a way around it to where I can make this work and do that. No, you gotta be. If I gotta
Flexible.
turn this car around, I was going to the airport to get on the plane, but I just got a phone call that's telling me my business finna go to another level. Fuck that trip. Let me turn around. Like, you gotta be like that.
Be flexible. Yes. That's how I feel though. You definitely have to be flexible, and I get a lot of guests that want to switch times or they can do sound check at another time. And I might have my show laid out, but because I'm flexible and I'm working with them, I'm able to, make some more arrangements and some changes to it because that's what I'm about. We networking. So either way it goes, we gonna get it done. But anything you got to say to any new listeners or any new customers or potential guests that, could be on your podcast that you were saying you're going to have a radio show or something you said?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Man, all I got to say, man, is respect is power and stay motivated. Like, man, just stay motivated. Don't give up, man. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Like, people have to think when it's something that you really want to do. I don't care if it's something small. When you want to do it, you go and do it. So you got to use that type of energy for bettering yourself. Like, you got to, people don't educate themselves. It be a lot of stuff that's easy and simple that could be done. People don't they don't take the first step to educate themselves.
Absolutely.
People don't understand. Like, you be at a job and you get labeled to, okay, you the manager, you the boss, you this, you that. You can take them same skills that you running these people be in this for and run your
own shit. Okay.
I worked for Jiffy Lube for 4 years, and it used to get on my nerves. Like, man, damn, we gotta greet the people. We gotta greet them, walk them in, greet them. We gotta greet them when we walk them out. Everything we do, we gotta explain before we do it. Like, I didn't understand it, but then once I started my own business, I'm down for to do everything we did at Jiffy Lube. Shit, they had a sign. Shit, they cared about us with our clothes being clean and we touching oil. Yeah. Standard though. So I'm like, man, everything I learned and working, I took it with me with my own being.
I'm glad you was able to use that as an example because that's how I started off with just being comfortable with speaking. You know, a lot of people don't know how to speak in front of crowds or they have speech impediments and things like that. But with me, I started off like doing medical billing and coding, or I was a state licensed navigator for the Obamacare, and then I did pension consulting. So people are retired and they're calling. I was always on the phone just talking and learning how to solve issues and rebuttal people. I'm like, I'm always talking. People always, Shaquan, you talk too much. I got here, I swear, and it was just on Monday. I started a podcast. I'm like, now I'm finna get in y'all business. I want to know stuff. We finna talk. Let's promote. Let's network. And that's how I came to Let's Be Real.
Man, now I seen it. I'm watching a few people you get on there. Freaking, I done watched a few of your podcasts, like entertaining, like got motivated off a few. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna work for her.
Oh, thank you. That's what.
And it just be like I like doing something different. Like we done been built to this life where we just see like, damn, like that's why I like Atlanta, because everything you see in Atlanta, if you see a nice car, it's a black person driving. If you go in a restaurant, it's a black person that owns it.
Yes.
We done got so built to where when we see good shit, we think we can't get it.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, man, I got to be different, man. I got to do like, I come from, it's like I got tired of going in every room and everybody tell me how smart I am and how brilliant I am and how I motivate them. And then when I look at myself, like, damn, all that shit they see, well, I don't see it.
I don't see it, yeah.
And it took me to really just, you have to focus on yourself for real. Like, we think it's about everybody around us, but it's not. The key is just focusing on yourself, because you're going to figure you out more. Like, people don't know the meaning of lost. You lost for real because you don't know what you even like yourself.
Yeah.
You go around doing shit that other people like and don't even know that. If you sit down and just focus on you and
you say, I don't even like that shit.
Stop being afraid. Like, see, that was my problem. Like, I once was afraid that, damn, people gonna talk about me. Damn, I been knew I was smart. I been knew I could do anything I want to do, but I was afraid to step out of that box. Like, damn, motherfucker know him for fucking you up. Motherfucker know him for doing this.
Right.
I was afraid to, damn, motherfucker see me with a collar shirt on. Motherfucker see me doing this. Motherfucker see me doing that. All damn.
Going to the library.
Person.
Yeah.
But that shit actually made me stronger and took me to a higher level, because it made people see like that he different. He don't care.
On the mental level.
I went from posting shit, damn, getting 2-3 likes, and then post something stupid, get 100 likes. But I ain't give up though. I'm like, man, I don't give no fuck. Like, motherfucker gonna fuck with me for who I am. Motherfucker that don't fuck with me, they ain't gonna
fuck with me. Yeah.
Being real and being me, like, I get a lot of support. Like, I'm truly blessed. I don't get no negative energy. I get motherfuckers that I don't even remember going to grammar school with, take the time out they morning and just, man, Joe, I'm proud of you, bro. You done came a long way, bro. Keep going. Don't stop, bro. You gonna make it. Like, to get people to wake up, like, I'll be thankful for that, to get a motherfucker to wake up. I ain't seen your ass in 15 years, and you remember me, and you ain't calling me saying, man, Joe, I got weed, or, man, I got this. You telling motherfucker, man, keep going. Like, I need I need that. That shit make a motherfucker really get up and, man, fuck that. I gotta be different now, because I ain't just changing my life. I'm gonna change a lot of other people.
Other people life. Absolutely. You sharing it. That's a great thing. You giving it back. Well, I thank you for stepping out with us this Monday, and just willing to network, and I really appreciate you for that. And also, I want to congratulate you and commend you, because may good luck always accompany you as you start your business and your new journey. Don't let nothing get in the way. Like you said, you got discipline, determination, so you already know where you're going. And I just appreciate you stopping in today and just sharing the story behind Black Hearts.
Yeah, I definitely had a good time.
Oh, until next time, don't be a stranger, but you also gotta let me know.
Man, I'm gonna send you, man, when I got some more updates going on, I'm gonna send you. We gonna do another. I'm gonna go back to Atlanta, and we gonna do something. I'm gonna do something hands on with you, so I'm behind the scenes. Like,
and I'm definitely going to purchase some of the apparel. I'm gonna go on the website. So the next time
I'll do everything.
So next time we do a show, because it's going to be another show, because we got to see what's going on with you, next time around the same time. So it's definitely going to be another show, but I'm definitely going to have on some apparel. So I really appreciate you taking the time out. Anything you want to say before we get out of here? Because it has been real.
Man, to all black, man, to all the black people, man, each one teach one, man. Stop being afraid to help your brother, help your sister. If you see them down, like I ain't talking about money or material, nothing. Like if you see a person lacking on something and you can help them for their growth, like do it.
Absolutely.
Do it, because it's gonna make you better. It's gonna get you a better refer. Like I get people referred to me all the time because just how good of a person I am. Like I help everybody. I don't hold no information. I don't be charging people for shit. I just help you.
And you stay true to yourself. That's your calling. I'm telling you.
Everybody just stay motivated. That's all you got to do. Whatever you're doing, stay motivated. You're going to make it. Everybody get their turn to shine.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's been real. Until next time, it's been real.
All right. Catch you later, homie.
See you.